Hello?
Yes.
Who is this?
Why? Wait, hold on a second.
Your name is Rahim. How are you, Rahim?
Wait.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Yes.
Why you are calling me, Rahim? What
Hello.
do you want? How I can help you? Are you following with us in the topic?
The topic about what?
About that you should lie to us. You say to us you are our friend, but in fact you should hate us.
Who said that?
The Quran. Here we go. It's in front of you. Do you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, read it for us. Go ahead. It says that you cannot take Christians or Jews as a friends, and if you are sincere to take us as a friend, if you are sincere, which means if you mean it, the one who is
Yes.
sincere, who take them as a friend, seeking honor and might with them, by taking the hypocrite and disbelievers as a friends, he has no
Yes.
connection with Allah. So if you take me as a friend, you are not a Muslim no more and has no honor
No.
or
No.
mercy
No.
or what do you mean no?
No. Where in the Quran does it say you are no more a Muslim? Allah just doesn't like it.
Allah don't like it. What if I show you?
Yes.
What if I show you the verse? What you will do?
Okay. Show me where it says you
Okay,
are
no, no. Let
non-Muslim.
us make it clear. Are you making a challenge for me? Because that would put me in the corner if I could not show you. To be honest with you.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Challenge.
so
Yes.
it's a challenge. So if I show it to you,
Yes.
what you would do, my friend? What will happen if I show it to you? What is next?
I don't know.
Okay, you don't know. I don't know too. Okay, let's go to the Quran because you are challenging me, and this is embarrassing. And what if a Christian prince he could not prove what he just said to you? That will be bad. So what about we make a challenge that if I show it to you, you agree that Muhammad is a fake prophet, and if I don't show it to
No.
you, I agree that Muhammad is a wonderful man.
No.
No,
He's not a fake prophet.
he is not a fake prophet. Oh, okay, I see. Chapter 5, verse number 51. Can you read for me the verse, please? I'll,
51.
yeah, I'll read it for you in the screen. Do you see it?
Yes.
Hmm. Read what it says.
Oh, you will believe, take not the Jews and Christians as friends. They are friends one to another. Ye among you will take them as friends. So Allah guide not the wrongdoing. It doesn't say that they are non-Muslims. Allah just doesn't like it.
Read. Why you stop reading? What wrongdoing? Read.
What do you mean?
Read.
I read the whole verse.
No, you did not read. It says the one who take you as a friend, he is one of them.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean
How you can
that
be
they
one of
are.
us? How you can be one of us? What does that mean? You are one of us.
I don't know.
I don't know too. You tell me. You wanna call a friend?
But saying it's a non-Muslim is a big thing.
But some must what must? What must?
Saying in this verse, according to you, saying if you take Jews and Christians as friends, then you are a non-Muslim. But that's not true.
Okay. What if we read the interpretation for the verse? Is that okay?
No.
No. So
No.
what we should do? Should we go to the zoo now? As long you don't lead, the interpretation of the Muslims are not accepted by you. The Quran is so clear, is saying that the one who take you as a friend, that take them as a friend, is one of them, which means he's not a Muslim no more. He's one of them, not one of us. Who is the Muslim? Is one of us. Was us who? The Muslims. One of them is one of them.
No.
My friend Rahim, do you take hashish?
No.
Have you ever tried hashish?
No.
Okay, then how you explain to me your prophet saying things like in the heaven of Allah, Allah will give you a penis will never sleep.
Yes.
So do you think this is
Uh,
hashish or this is true?
it's true.
It's true. Okay.
Yes.
Uh, and what make you think this is true?
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know. I
Because
mean,
the Prophet
okay, what is going to be? Allah will, He will make your penis from what? From concrete or what? How your penis will never go to sleep? What does that mean? Your penis will, excuse my language, will be
means
always
you're horny.
like a concrete forever.
Means you're horny.
But it says He will never go flaccid. Your prophet says that.
Yes.
Okay. And what is the purpose if you're not having sex? Let us say now you are eating a sandwich. Why you need your private part to be a concrete?
Maybe it says you're always horny.
Okay, I know, I understand that you are always horny. So now you will have sex with the apple. You are eating apple now. Why you need to be horny? Huh?
Yes.
Are you laughing at yourself again? Okay, he's laughing.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes. Sorry.
Oh, okay, okay. Why you are laughing? Are you laughing at your religion, my friend?
No.
So show respect to the penis of Allah. This is a penis will be given to you from Allah Himself, my friend. Show respect, please. Don't forget, my friend, when you go to heaven to take selfie with it, okay? Who is a Muslim? He is an adult. He want to talk to us. A Muslim, he can hold himself from laughing at Allah when he speak to me. Any Muslim? I mean, obviously, if you read this, obviously Muhammad is a true prophet. How the prophet he knew this? Not only that, he described that Allah, and by the way, this is a weak hadith, as usual. Why you are calling me? Why you are calling me again?
Well, why are you hanging up? I'm not laughing.
I don't know. I heard you laughing. Okay,
No, I'm not laughing.
swear by Allah you were not laughing.
I swear by Allah, I wasn't laughing.
Okay, swear by Allah that your penis will not go flaccid when you go to heaven.
No.
Why no? Okay, let me ask you. If I ask you right now to swear by the fig, are you willing to do so?
My what?
By the fig.
Fig?
Fig, fruit. You know the fig, it's a fruit you eat. Fig.
Yes.
Okay. Are you willing to take an oath? Say, I swear by the fig, I was not laughing.
I swear by the fig, I was not laughing.
Okay, let me ask you. Don't you think it's a silly to swear by the fig?
Yes.
It's silly. Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. So how your God Allah he swear by the fig, my friend?
He swears by everything.
I know, but he's a second ago you told me if you swear by the fig, it is silly.
Yes.
Okay, so why Allah being silly according to you?
I don't know.
I never heard of a God he swear by fig. I swear by the fig, and I swear. I know. I mean, your God, obviously, when he said that, he was very hungry and he missed the fig.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what if your prophet he ate shawarma? Do you think your prophet he will make a Quran says, I swear by shawarma?
I don't know.
I don't know. I have a feeling you are laughing inside you.
No.
No? Okay,
No.
swear by shawarma that you are not laughing.
I swear by shawarma, I'm not laughing.
Okay, welcome to the shawarma religion. You just said shahada, you accepted shawarma God as God for you. Don't you think that the one who swear by fig, it's mean he worship the fig?
No.
What do you mean no? I swear by God, I don't swear by fig. So when Allah swear by fig, obviously he's worshiping fig. Otherwise,
No,
huh?
when I say I swear by my father's grave, it doesn't mean I'm worshiping it.
Yeah, but because that is a great meaning for you, a great value for you, right? You swear by it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what is the great value of the fig for Allah? Vitamin D, A, B, C. What is the purpose? He get vitamin from there? Why Allah swear by the fig?
I don't know.
But you just agreed that you swear by what is have a great value for you. And now we are talking about God.
Yes.
Okay. You know, we have a guy, his name is Omar, and he is saying this discussion is stupid. Why you don't call me Omar and do better from your Muslim friend? Omar, can you call me? Okay, call me Omar. Here we go. I will hang up in this person. Don't call me Rahim, otherwise I will block you. Don't call me again now. Hmm? Any Muslim? Who is a smart Muslim? He have something to say to us, something smart. Thank you for those who they are making donation. May Allah provide you with all the fig and the olive you need. Hello?
Hello,
Yes, my friend, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm all right. Are you a Muslim, my friend?
Yes, I'm a,
Can you speak louder, please?
yes, I'm a Muslim.
Okay, can you speak louder, please?
Yes, my name is Omar.
Hey, Omar, how are you?
I'm fine.
Can you mute YouTube, Omar? Can you please mute YouTube so we don't have the two sound coming?
Okay,
If you don't mind,
okay.
please. Okay.
My question is,
Hmm.
there is violence in Bible and all the Bible scriptures.
Hmm.
So I don't want religions means religion without violence means no violence at all. God should not punish anyone, but there is uh, violence in Bible. I saw there
Okay.
is a violence in
Are
Bible.
you a Muslim, my friend?
Yes, I'm Muslim. I'm telling
Okay.
you.
Do the Quran teach violence?
What?
Do the Quran teach violence?
No, no. What I'm asking you,
Hmm.
say me. There is a violence in Bible.
Okay.
So if I want to I accept Christianity, but I don't want violence at all. I'm saying at all means no single words should be of violence, no harshness, nothing. Then
Okay.
only I can.
Yeah, but I'm trying to understand what you are trying to say. Do you accept the Quran because the Quran have violence in it? Do you accept the Quran as a book of God for you?
First, answer my question. I asked you.
My friend, I'm answering your question. I'm
No,
asking
no,
you.
no.
I'm asking you. I'm asking
I
you.
want
Do
to.
you reject the
No,
Quran? Do you accept the Quran after
no,
you
no,
see the
no,
violence
no,
verses?
no. You're avoiding my question.
Hmm.
First listen to my question
Hmm.
carefully.
Hmm.
I'm asking.
Hmm.
I want to accept Christianity, but I
Hmm.
don't want any of the violence. Means nothing at all. No single words of violence should be there in the Bible.
Hmm.
In all Christian scriptures,
Hmm.
there should be no violence at all. But your God, Jesus, God is saying to kill children on or what is this?
Hmm. Where my God, he said kill children. Do you know?
Or what?
Where my God, he said kill children.
No. I'm talking about violence. Violence is there.
My friend, I understand. I'm trying to understand what you are trying to say to me. Now, okay, let me make it. Let me make it. Let us make it simple, my friend. Let us make it simple, my friend.
I don't
Hold on.
remember.
Okay, hold on.
Wait. I don't remember the Bible verses carefully, but there is a violence in Bible
Okay.
on
Okay, the
other
violence in the
Christian
Bible very
scriptures.
simple because the Jews they've been attacked, they've been enslaved, they've been killed, and they have the right to defend themselves. Now, what is the reason for the Quran to have violence?
I'm talking about yet
Brother, I am talking to.
you're
I'm telling
avoiding
you
me.
why the
No.
people they live in a society and people they attack them. The Jews they've been enslaved twice. They took the whole nation, women, children, even goats, chickens. They take everything. So those people they have the right to defend themselves. Why in the
Yes,
Quran? Okay,
understand that, but
okay, hold on.
God
Who is the one
God
who
is all
ordered? Okay,
things.
let me ask you.
No, bro, wait, don't avoid my question.
I'm not asking you a question. I'm not asking. I'm having a conversation with you. Take it easy. Let us eat some curry together and we cool down, my friend. Okay, hold on. Listen. Listen.
No.
Do you? Okay, let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. Okay, hold on. We can talk together. I will answer you.
God means God is all powerful. He can do without violence. Why then violence?
Okay.
Why then violence? Why hurting?
Okay, but
harshness?
why you don't ask yourself the same question then? If you are against violence, why you don't ask yourself the same question?
No. Your God is loving God, as many Christians
No,
claim.
my
Your
God,
is
my
so
God,
loving.
no, my God. Let me tell you about my God. You have a
should
wrong.
not
No, you have a wrong idea.
violence.
You have a wrong idea about my God. My God, in the judgment day, He will bring people and He will say to His angels, slay them, for they did not accept me. Don't tell me my God is loving. Don't tell me who is my God. Don't tell me who is my. Don't tell me who is my God. I am telling you who is my God. You don't tell me who is my God. I'm answering you. Shut up. Let me answer you. My God, in the judgment day, He will order His angel and He will say, bring them right here and slay them. This is my God. So you have a wrong idea about my God, and you keep talking like a pregnant woman in the living room. You will not let me talk, right? Are you scared to let me talk? Are you scared to let me talk?
What? I'm not scared.
Why you are asking me if you will not let me talk? You will not let me talk. Let me talk. Okay, you asked me a question. Can I answer you, please, Your Majesty?
You are scared, man. You are scared.
Let me answer you. You are the one who is scared. You are the one who is terrified. Get lost.
I said
let your mom call me. Let your mom call me. What a potato. He want to ask me a question. He will not let me answer. Who told you that my God is a loving God? My God is a loving God only for those who accept Him. When the judgment day come, there is no loving God no more. There's people go to hell. There's people go to heaven. The love is over. Time for punishment. Love for those who deserve love, and punishment for those who deserve punishment. The Lord and the Messiah. Okay, we have another Muslim. Hello.
Hello, Christian Prince.
How are you?
I'm an Abdul.
You are an Abdul. That's wonderful. How you earned this title? Did you buy it or something?
I wanted to call you because I'm from Germany. I have wrote you today.
Okay.
I'm not here to debate you. I think that I'm not so good in English, and I think that a lot what you say makes sense for me, me. But I am born as a Muslim and lived 25 years with my religion, and since a month I get doubts and I watched videos who are critical towards Islam. And first of all, please don't show my name.
No. I will not show your name. No problem.
Okay.
I will not tell anyone that your name is Muhammad Ali Ahmad Muhammad.
Abdul 47.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that you have so much knowledge. Okay, I want to be clear in my mind, because we Muslims grow up with the fear of hellfire, and that's the reason I think why a lot of Muslims don't want to, or fear to face the bad sides of Islam. Yes. And that's the same with me. So when I watch the whole day videos against Islam, and then I close it, and then I get to bed, and then I get the fear again, and then doubts, maybe you will get to hellfire when you leave Islam. You know what I mean? Therefore, I have to be sure that Islam is false. Yeah. Yes. And not that you.
So let us me and you together now, friendly.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is making you stay as a Muslim until now? Give me a reason.
Okay. Only that I am born in Islam, and I have fear that when I leave, I make a mistake for my life, for my entire life.
Okay, let me kill this mistake, my friend. Shall I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Can I?
Okay, hold on. Let me show you. Let me show you. Even if you are still a Muslim. So
I get me something to write. Yes.
okay,
I get me something.
sure,
to,
sure.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a video. You can play it again later. You know.
Yeah. Okay. I can play it again
Okay.
later. Yeah. Okay.
I will show you something in the screen. You can see my screen,
Yeah.
correct?
Wait, I mute me. You said that Ibn Kathir is a righteous person for Muslims.
He's what?
Did you ask me whether Ibn Kathir is
No,
good or not?
No, I'm not asking you. I'm saying, do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. You see in front of me because you're afraid that if you leave Islam, you might go to hell, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Look what your prophet he said, and proven to me Muhammad to be a false madman. Read carefully, please. This is Sahih Bukhari. This is not a weak hadith. The Muslim cannot say this is weak, this is stupid, etc. This is a Sahih hadith. So
Yes.
look what Muhammad he said, and I want you to read with me. I know that your English
Yes.
is not that good, but still I think you can make it, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Right. Muhammad he said that a person of you,
Yeah.
after Allah he created you, he have an angels, they come and they write your destiny, they write your, you know, they write your fortune, your if you are blessed or not, you will be in hereafter, blessed or not, etc. So everything
Yes.
Islam, you know the Muslim, they believe in something, it's called al-qadar. Do you know what al-qadar?
Yeah.
Which is the destiny, the fate. What kind of fate
Yes.
we are talking about? The fate here is explained by Muhammad. Let us read
Yeah.
together. Read with me before you talk.
Okay.
Muhammad he said,
Yeah.
and by Allah, Muhammad swear, and by Allah,
Yeah.
a person among you or a man
Yeah.
may do deeds of people of the fire till there
I can
is,
only read among you, or and by Allah, a person among you, and then okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Among you.
a person among you do among you or a man may do the deeds of people of fire till there is only a cubit. Cubit is like an
Yes.
arm, you know, like, you know, an arm distance between him and fire. So now this guy is a bad person, is not etc. praying, he is not doing jihad, he is not raping Christian women, he is not shooting Christmas market, and that make him bad man. He will go to hellfire. So
Yeah.
then that written which Allah ordered his angels to write proceed, and he does the deeds of people of paradise and he entered. So what do you understand from this? What we understand here,
Not much, because my English is bad. Okay.
okay,
And by Allah,
I'll explain to you. Let me
Yeah.
explain. What he is saying here, that a person who is not really a good person,
yes.
he is almost going
Whether
to
he is
enter.
Muslim or not. Whether he
It
is
doesn't matter. Yeah, he's not saying
Okay.
a Muslim or not. He's saying a Muslim, any human being. Allah, he created a human being. So until there is
Yeah.
one day, he's almost going to enter the door. There is one arm between him and the door of hell. That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what is written by Allah is going to take over, and he will start act of people who will go to paradise, and he enter paradise. Now,
so it means it doesn't matter.
Which means you convert to Islam, you don't convert to Islam, you pray, you don't pray, who care? What is written by Allah is going to happen anyway.
Okay.
So do you see now why
And
I say to you, you should not be worried? Because Islam is like a gambling, it's stupid religion. I believe, I don't believe, who care? You know, almost I am there, and he will let me, you know, he will let me enter heaven, because he. And then he said the opposite, by the way. If you read the hadith again, he continues saying, and the man who do the deeds of people of paradise. So now this is the opposite. A guy, he is doing deeds of paradise till there's only a cubit, like 1 meter between him and the heaven, or 2 between him and paradise. So almost he's there, he's praying all his life, doing hajj, you know, etc. And then what is written by Allah proceed, and he does the deeds of the people of the fire, and he enter fire.
Okay. I have a question to you. Okay. Everything what you say makes sense, that Islam cannot be the truth, but how explain it's an explanation for you that so much Muslims believe in it? Or
no, my friend, they don't believe. You see, the Muslims are people, they are I know you are a Muslim, I'm not trying to insult you, but I live in the Middle East, I grow up between them. I saw that people are living hypocrisy. They don't really believe. but because
Yeah.
you grow up like you know, you're afraid to make a decision, but you notice that there's a
Yes.
lot of stupid things there. So, but who dare to say that? Even you are scared to say your name, right? So they don't dare to say that. If you want to know what people have in their heart, give them freedom. You know, like a Muslim who live in Europe and he say I'm a Muslim, I believe him more than a Muslim who live in Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
Because in Europe he can leave, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
someone who live in Saudi Arabia, he have no choice to leave or not to stay. Have you ever heard of a country have zero atheists?
No.
Or zero gays? It's impossible.
Yeah.
This is telling you that this is not because they are making choice, but they are afraid. And even those who they are living in Europe, like you, even you live in Europe, still you are scared, right? So,
I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
No, I'm saying you don't want to show your etc. I understand, but there's some they are scared. They might get killed too. There is some family are aggressive. They will kill you, or even Muslim. They will. There's a guy who put a sign. I think it was in Germany too, or maybe in Holland. I forgot. He put a sign, "Merry Christmas." He just put a sign, "Merry Christmas." They came to him. They told him. They give him a warning. Take it down. The guy, he refused to take it down. He's a Muslim. They killed him. They killed him just because he have a sign says Merry Christmas. He did not leave Islam. He did not convert to Christianity. He just said Merry Christmas. They killed him. So it's a very violent cult, very bad, very ugly, very aggressive.
But let me tell you, I'm not here to debate you. I'm just.
I know. I'm not debating you too. I'm not.
Okay. No. You can debate me, of course, because you want the best for me. I understand that. But when I tell you skeptical questions, or that's only because I want to get closer to the truth. Yes.
Right.
You understand?
I understand.
Okay. For example, a friend of me, he is one of the best persons I know, and he is a Muslim.
Okay.
He is such a good person, so I ask myself whether he just take the good things of Islam, or maybe is it? I ask you. He's really a good person, a really good person, a good character, and he is Muslim, yes? Okay. And he loves his God, whether it's he is a true God or whether he just imagined that there is a God. Let's beside, yes? And first question first. Is he a good Muslim because he only follows the good teachings of Islam? Is he a good Muslim because
first of all,
after time, please let me or after time, after Muhammad died and over hundreds of years, there are person who are Muslims who create this good stuff, or do you think that he only doesn't know what Islam really teaches?
Okay, is he good for everybody or only you?
He is a nice person, really. Not only to me.
He's nice to the Christians too. He's a friend. He have a Christian friends. This person.
Yes, of course. He's living here in Germany.
All right, no problem. That's mean he is not a Christian. He's not a Muslim, my friend. Because the Quran. Read with me, please, in the screen. The Quran says, chapter 5, verse number 51, that the one who take Christians or Jews as a friend, he is one of them.
I know this.
Okay,
first. So and I don't get a better explanation than literally. But what do you think are moderate Muslims?
There's nothing called moderate, my friend.
So
do we have a moderate Quran to have moderate Muslim? Do we have moderate Muhammad? This is the Quran. This is Islam.
No, I understand you. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say to you,
I know this verse.
If this guy, you call him a Muslim, but he don't want to follow the Quran in front of us, he is not a Muslim for me.
Okay.
Because what make me Christian? Hold on. What make me Christian? If I follow Jesus, if I say there's something Jesus he said I don't like, I don't want to say, I don't want to do, it's mean I'm not a Christian. As simple as that.
I understand.
You know what I mean? This is not only for Muslims. If somebody he says a Buddha, but he don't want to accept the teaching of Buddha, that's mean he's not a Buddha, right? So Buddha or Christian or a Muslim is not somebody he call himself a Christian or a Muslim. Not somebody is born of a Muslim family. It is somebody who practices Islam. And as you see the Quran saying that if you take non-Muslims as a friend, you are one of them. That's it.
Yeah.
So
I know this
the second you do that, it's over. There's no need to even discuss about it. So if this guy he mean it, unless he is a hypocrite, as we see in chapter 3 verse number 28, where it says you can do taqiyya, you can lie to them, you can say to them I am your friend, but as long you don't mean it, you're fine. But the second you mean it, you are out of Islam, and that is the evil. This is a proof that Islam is an evil religion. You see, Jesus, he did not say to the Christians, be nice to the Christians only, and don't take the non-Christians as a friends. The Bible says, as an example, If somebody is coming to me to preach other than the gospel and to deceive me, don't welcome him in home. But nowhere it says, be bad for those who don't believe in Jesus. Don't take them as a friends or don't associate with them. But come into my house to preach other gospel, you are not welcome. You know, you don't. I don't want deception in my house. But here, look what he says. If you take somebody as a friend and you mean it and you are sincere and he is not a Muslim, then you are not allowed to do that. You have no honor, which means you will be killed. You will be tortured just for doing that. And then he says he has no connection with Allah, has no honor, no mercy, or a protection from Allah. But you can speak to them. You can, unless, you know what unless mean in English, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So unless, so there's an exception. You know, you can take them as a friend unless you do it but fake. You don't mean it. Unless you guard, but you do it, but you guard yourself against them, save yourself from them, taking it as security, saving yourself from them by speaking in a friendly way toward them, while your heart is like this. So the Quran teaching you, Islam teaching you to be hypocrite. You can be very nice to me. You can be my neighbor. I am a Christian and you are a Muslim. You can say, hey, let me help you to cut the grass to show me that you are a nice person and you are not really somebody to be worried about because you're a Muslim. He is allowed to do that. He's allowed. As long he don't mean to be my friend, in his heart he dislike me, he hate me, but in his words he can say all the kind words for me. And here we go. This is not my interpretation for the verse. This is chapter 3 verse 28.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
But I give you skeptical questions because I don't want to ask after I am convinced that I want to leave Islam.
I
want to go. I have the feeling that Muslim scholars are lying.
My friend, everything in Islam is based on lying and, you know, deception. Muhammad himself, he said that the war is deception. So this is for the Muslims. Anyone is not a Muslim, he is in war with Allah. The second you don't accept Islam, you are in war. Same time, they knew that you live in Germany and you are free to leave. And then the only way to keep you in, especially you are not one of them who like violence and killing and etc. So the only way to say to you Islam is good is to say to you what you like to hear.
Yes.
You see, a second. I don't know if you heard me. A guy he called me just 5 minutes ago and he said the Bible teach violence. Do you remember?
No,
a guy he called me. He said the Bible teach violence. I did not say to him. I did not say to him, no, this is a lie. This is not. You know, I don't play games. We say it as it is. When we say why, you know, the Muslims, they play games. Suddenly, Muhammad is an angel. Muhammad, he don't kill. Muhammad, he don't rape. Muhammad, he don't etc. That is because they are hypocrite. For us as a Christians, we are not allowed to. Even Jesus says either you say yea, nay, or nay, nay, which means either you say yes or no. You are not even allowed to swear because swearing is for liars. But Muhammad, he said the opposite. In the case of Muslim, he can even swear by Allah, taking a false oath.
Yeah.
So how we can trust a Muslim if he's a liar?
But how do you explain to yourself that Muslims exist who are good persons? Is that because they don't understand the real Islam?
My friend, a human being, God, he created us to be good, not to be bad. And God, he put inside us what is good to be good. But then we corrupt ourselves, and then either we follow the good of God or the good of the devil. Now somebody he believes is a Muslim, then he cannot be nice to someone he is not a Muslim unless he is lying to him or he's trying to convert into Islam. I can show you tons of articles made by Muslims why we should be nice to non-Muslims, because this is the way we can make them accept Islam. So
but why they are doing it? I believe that a lot of Muslims who do it because they think that it's the right path. You know what I mean?
But this is no. If
they do it because they think they love.
My friend, no, my friend, the right path is what Muhammad said and did. Correct?
Yes,
okay.
I understand.
So if I don't do in agreement of what Muhammad said, then I am not doing the right path. So we showed you how they can. This is the right path if they don't mean it, which means if they don't mean to be your friends for real, then it is the right path. So he can do that. But a Muslim, he been ordered to do jihad in order to kill and to fight the non-believers as long as he could. So either he is a Muslim or he's not. Can he take you as a friend? Even the Quran says, I don't know if you know, the Quran says you can't even take your family as a friend. You know that?
I watched this from you. I heard it.
In chapter 9 verse 29 it says clearly that a Muslim person cannot take his family, your father, the one who gave birth to you from your mother, He cannot be your friend. Neither your brothers can be your friends because they are not from believers. So as long how I can be, how I cannot be a friend for my own family, and then I will be good to others. Those are my family. If I cannot be good to my family, I mean, who's left? You know what I mean?
But what is the reason for what did Muslims tell to you when you say them when you say that to them? As Muslims who have knowledge, what is their lie? What do they say then to you? They say then it's just because the time was war, or
no,
what
no,
is
no.
their,
You see, there's two kind of Muslims. There's Muslims who live in the West, try to spread propaganda for Western to fool them, and there's Muslims who speak Arabic, speak to Arab people. When we hear TV in Arabic, is different from when we hear them in English speaking. In Arabic, they say it as it is. We cannot be friends with them. They are our enemy. Blah 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 blah
Okay,
blah. When they speak
crazy.
English, they give you different story. You know, I will tell you a story. Once
Yes.
I did read a brochure in the Saudi airline.
Yes.
One page, you know, like the brochure, like when you go in the airplane, they have a brochure, they put it in the back of the seat, right? So
yes,
in the back of the seat, there's a brochure. You open it, it says in English, "Welcome to Saudi Arabia," blah 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 blah. Now, very nice words. And then in Arabic, it says a prayer, dua. May Allah, please Allah, don't let us die in the land of the kuffar, the najis. Please Allah. I mean, they're cursing the kuffar. One page in English, welcoming the kuffar, saying to you nice words, and the other word in Arabic, it says a prayer. Please Allah, don't make us die like those kuffar, the najis, the kuffar in the land of the kuffar. Please Allah, bring us back to the land of Islam so we can die as Muslims. I mean, what is it? So the same company printing two, owned by the Saudi government, the airline. One page in Arabic insulting non-Muslims, and one page in English welcoming the non-Muslims. Which one we should believe?
The Arabic one.
Yeah. So you know, when they speak in Arabic, the story is different. You know, I have a debate with the guy. His name Hisham al-Husseini. Hisham al-Husseini. He have 4 or 5 interview with Fox News. Fox News is a very famous TV station in US.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they try to make him admit that he support terrorism. They could not. Each time they do that, they fail, because simply he lie. He practiced taqiyya. So until one day he have a debate with me in Arabic. In Arabic he said everything.
Yes.
We want to destroy Israel. We want to cleanse you. We will kill you all. People like you, they are Zionists. We should kill them all. Suddenly he don't mind to say it, but just because he's speaking Arabic.
I understand.
You know? As long as you are speaking Arabic, you know, they have the mentality that in Arabic, okay, those people who speak English, they will not understand what I'm saying, so I can lie as much as I wish, and the story is over. You know. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Also, we can say that Muslims in Arabic countries, they have the true face. Yes, and people in Germany, maybe they don't know the true face of Islam, or they hide their true face. You understand what I mean?
Muslims are Muslims wherever they go. But
they
change. I understand what you're saying. But they change their propaganda, the bend in the situation. The same as Muhammad. When Muhammad was weak, he accepted to have a peace agreement with the non-Muslims. And when Muhammad in the beginning, actually, he was not really aggressive. He was saying to the Christians, you will be in heaven. He said to the Jews, you will go to heaven. He said even to the Sabian who worship stars, you will go to heaven. But then when he have an army, things change. Muhammad, he want to cleanse the so this is what the Muslims they do. In Europe, they are weak. They are not the majority. If they became majority, then they will see what they will do. You know, as long we are not in control, then we have to be nice. We have to behave. But if one day we became the majority, then we will see actually they are minority, and look what they are doing.
Okay. Okay. I have another sort of question. Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. The problem with that is, I believe you that a lot of Muslims could be that sort of person, but I think that are a few or Muslims who really think that they make good deeds, or that they only have to follow the good deeds of Muhammad.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Do Muhammad have good deeds?
I don't know. I'm not so.
What is the good deed of
don't
Muhammad?
have great knowledge.
Muhammad is a rapist, is a criminal, is a killer. What is the good deed?
Yes,
what is the good
you are
deed?
right.
So how we
But-
can follow? No, they don't follow. Actually, Muslims are better than their prophet.
Yeah.
We have to admit,
Yeah.
most of Muslims are 1 billion times better than their prophet.
Funny, really funny.
I'm telling you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, so you can see it. Yes, of course.
My friend,
Okay,
my
okay.
friend, ask me anything you want. If you are hesitating to leave Islam, because
Yes.
I want to be sure that nothing is left for you. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Anything
of
else?
course, of course. The problem is that the morality, I can't prove it now for me. So I want to ask to tell. Okay, there are 2 points which made me critical because of Islam. Yes, since 7 months, I got more close to my religion. I try to pray and practice Islam more, and try to get more knowledge. Okay, then I found scholars like Zakir Naik. Yes, okay, and he told me, yeah, there are miracles. Okay, I believed in every miracle because I didn't understand Arabic. But for 2 weeks or for a month, I started to watch videos who are critical, and then I have seen that Dr. Zakir Naik is lying to me when he said to me that the moon is reflecting. That's a lie.
Yeah.
When you say Munir and what is the other word? Munir and Nur, that they are meaning reflecting light, because Munir and Nur is also taken for
Allah himself. His name is Nur. Allah Munir. Allah.
You know,
Munir.
yes.
Yeah.
So crazy how they are lying to me, and that's why I'm angry.
Yeah. My friend, I have a book. I have 2 books in German.
Yeah, I know, in
Did
German.
you get them?
And I want
Get
to buy
them,
it.
because I spoke about the miracles of the Islam, the Quran, in details.
Yeah.
So you will die laughing. Seriously, you will die laughing from the jokes. It is the opposite of what they are saying. But here you need to ask yourself, if this is a good religion, why people they lie to make you believe in a good religion?
Yeah, I know. That's cool. Because if it's so, then it cannot be the truth. I know what you mean, and I will buy it, and I will read it. But there, I have a question because of your books. You have done 2 books with the topic miracles, and 1 in German. When I only read it in German, I have read enough for the topic science and miracles.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You have 2 books, death and science, in English.
Right. Quran and
Is
science.
it enough when I only read it in German?
Well, it should be the same. Like, I don't know how, I'm assuming that the translation, I know that the translation of the first book was a little bit not that much good, but the translation for the second good, as I know, everybody says it was perfect. But both of them still, even if the translation, there's some mistakes there, but still the both books is better to have them because they complete each other. Those 2 books are not meant to be 2 books, actually. They're meant to be 1 book,
But the problem is there are 2 in English and 1 in German. Therefore,
no, there's 2 in German. There's 2 in German.
The lie of Allah.
Go to Amazon. Go to Amazon.de and search for Christian Prince. You will find all the list of my books there, and you will see them.
Okay, I read first. I read on German, and then I can think about whether let the miracles. Okay, miracles are false. Okay, and the other thing is where I want to get more knowledge is where did Muhammad got his teachings. So maybe his donkey with flew to the to the heaven.
Let me show you something. I want you to look at the screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking.
You know, the Muslims, and you as a Muslim, you pray 5 times a day. You recite the chapter of Al-Fatiha, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know where Muhammad he got the chapter of Al-Fatiha? What he was doing?
I'm not sure. No.
According to the hadith or the interpretation, he was doing poo-poo. Read me carefully. I'm not the one who is saying that. It says here that the messenger of Allah, Allah bless him and give him peace, whenever he went out, baraza coming from the buraz, you do buraz in Arabic, you do buraz, you do shit. Okay.
Yeah.
So whenever he do biraz, go to do poo, he used to hear someone calling him, "Oh Muhammad."
Yeah.
And whenever he heard this, he used to flee. Muhammad, where are you going? I'm leaving. Muhammad, why you are leaving? The guy, he been prophet for a long time already. Al-Fatiha is not the first verse he received or chapter. So why he's flying? Why is he fleeing? Why he's running away? So here we go. An angel of God, Muhammad, he go out for night to do boo, and then the angel, he said to him, "Oh Muhammad, can't you wait until the guy he finishes poo?" And why the prophet? Let us say the Muslim, they will say this is not about poo. He was going out. Okay, let us say he's going out not for poo. So why he even run away? He spoke to the angel many time. He heard the angel many time, and then he went, and then again here we go. Waraq ibn Nawfal said to him, advise the prophet to remain in his place. And the caller, call him again, and then this time he stopped. So if Waraq ibn Nawfal did not tell him to stop in your place next time, you idiot. So let us see what this guy want to say to you. Muhammad, he will never receive Al-Fatiha. What kind of a prophet and what kind of God he is doing this? What is that?
I can't I not understand all. You mean he is going on toilet and then he received the Fatiha and then he's
no, the angel,
running.
when he go out to do what he need to do, the angel, he said to him, "Oh Muhammad." The second Muhammad, he hear this, he run away. He starts running. And oh Muhammad, and he run away. So it says every time, which means many times. And then Waraq ibn Nawfal, he advised him. He said, "Muhammad, what are you doing?" It says here he used to flee, which means it's not once, twice, 3 times, 5 times. Muhammad, he heard the voice, he ran away. Obviously, this man is crazy. Then Waraq ibn Nawfal, he said to him, he advised him to remain in his place next time when the caller call him, so he can hear what this guy want to say.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. So the problem is that he flees because, although he knows that.
He knew he's a prophet, supposedly. He knew he's the angel, but so why you flee?
So this
same time
that he is mentally ill.
And remember, this is Al-Fatiha. The Muslim, they cannot say to us that this is the first time Muhammad received a verse, because the first chapter Muhammad received is a chapter of Iqra, the one that says read, right? So this is not the first time. Already he spoke, he became a prophet, he knew now he's the angel coming to him, so why he ran away? Same time, you remember that in the hadith it says that Muhammad, he have a mental issue. The Muslim, they say he was bewitched, but obviously he's not. There's nothing is called bewitched. What is bewitched? Muhammad is imagining things. He have a mental issue, and the Muslim, they claim, and he claimed to avoid the embarrassment. He said that somebody, he put a black magic on him, and this is why even his sex was fake. Muhammad, he hear voices. Muhammad, he hear the stones saying to him assalamu alaikum. Why the stones will say assalamu alaikum to Muhammad? Unless he's a madman. The trees, they say to him assalamu alaikum. The trees, the goat spoke to him. The camel complained. I mean, this is all is a madman. But this man is obviously, he have a mental issue. The prophet continued for such a period of time, imagining that he had slept with his wife, having sexual relationship with his wives, but in fact he did not. What does that mean? It means Muhammad, he cannot even maintain his mind to function, to notice what is real sex, what is not. The guy is not asleep, he is awake now, but yet he's awake still. He thinks that he had sex. There's a movie, it's called The Perfect Host. Did you watch it?
No.
Search for it, you will see that this is a story of Muhammad. The Perfect Host is a guy, he write letters to himself. He write postcards, he write letters to himself, and then he read them, and he believed that a girlfriend, she is sending him a letter. Okay. And then he bring people to his dinner. I wish I can play the video for you, we would die laughing together. And then he imagine that people, they are dying in his room, and he is eating with them, talking to them, and they are talking to him. And then even he imagined himself having sex with the women who they are coming to visit him, but there's nobody there.
Like Muhammad,
exactly. So this is the perfect host, Muhammad, the perfect prophet. The perfect prophet versus the perfect host.
But I can't understand why Muslims believe in it then.
My friend, Muslims did not believe. My friend, listen.
Please understand me. Please, one second. Please, one second, that you understand me. I'm watching your video since 2 days. Okay? And when what you say is the truth, why one person believe in Islam. Well, maybe the Muslims have a good what means
Excuse.
good story, you know what I mean, or good reason why they say what you say isn't true, or why they say it doesn't matter. But what is their reason? You know what I mean? I want to understand the Muslims who know that, why they hold on Islam, because when I listen to your videos, I only can't leave Islam or get a good excuse, but I can't imagine a good excuse. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but who said
What
that?
is their
Who said they are
excuse
not
when
leaving
they?
Islam, my friend? They are leaving Islam by tens of thousands.
Uh,
A few of Muslims, they call and they say they are leaving Islam. Like last month, if I say, at least from the people who contact me and they say we left Islam, at least maybe 35, maybe more. So a lot of people, those are the one who brave, who dare to call and to say. So but there's many, they leave Islam but they don't say, they're watching videos the same as you. Like, I never met you before, right? I never spoke to
Yes.
you, but if you don't call me,
No.
how I will know if you leave Islam or not? I will not know. So
Yeah,
there's many, they don't want to speak with their voice or to say, because they're not brave enough to say so. But as you see, this is in front of us. We're not making things up. I'm showing the screen everything.
Okay, do they say not every hadith of Sahih Bukhari I follow? Because I say, when this is the execution that they say I can't follow every hadith, then I have to say, okay, so why do you know that you have to five times a day? You know what I mean? Or why do you think that Allah allows that this hadith goes to Sahih when He wants to judge us? Because when a person who don't born as a Muslim, and when he hear this, he can't get to Islam. You know what I mean? So it would be not fair that Allah, when He exists, that He judge over that person when they hear to that hadith which is in Sahih Bukhari but isn't true. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my friend. The Muslim, they say to us, Islam is based on hadith and Quran, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So if the hadith is not, according to them, is not perfect, this means Islam is
it's not perfect.
It's not perfect. Because how you say to me how I am now as a Muslim, as a let us say, God forbid, I'm a Muslim and I want to follow Islam, and then you confuse me. The book, it's called Sahih al-Bukhari, and then you say to me it's not Sahih. Sahih in Arabic means correct.
Yes.
So you call it correct Bukhari, but then when I show you something embarrassing, like now this hadith in front of us, anyone he can say this is weak, this is weak, because this is insulting to Muhammad, this is make Muhammad look funny. But this hadith was correct for the last 1400 years.
Yeah, okay.
Now because people are getting smarter, more educated, and they are not the same as before, and people have more freedom because of the internet, and there's things are different. So now people, they can question and say, how in the world this guy was a prophet? He cannot even have even his sex was fake. If I am a person, I have a file, medication file, says that I imagine things I did, but in fact I did not do. It's mean I'm not qualified even to work in any job, because I imagine I would like to see Muhammad, he working for the phone company who receive bills. I will call them, I will say, yesterday I paid the guy, his name is Muhammad, did he receive my bill? He say, no, he don't remember. He said, I told you, he forget. He imagine, so Muhammad will mess the word up. This guy, he cannot even, everything he do is not real. So how we can trust a man? He is living in illusion. What does that mean, to be under black magic? And as long Muhammad is under black magic, and which means, according to Muslim, this is satanic. How Muhammad is prophet of God, but yet he is controlled by Satan?
Yeah, make no sense. Okay, so we have
look at this one. Look at this one. Look at this one. Yeah. Once the prophet was bewitched, so he began to imagine that he had done a thing which in fact he had not done. So Muhammad, he imagined he did something, but in fact he did not do. So now how we can trust that Muhammad, he saw already an angel, he was not imagining it was an angel?
Yeah, true.
So my friend, I invite you right now to leave Islam.
One question, what do you think? Do you think Muhammad was lying, or do you think he was ill?
It's possible that Muhammad is both, because those who they are suffering from mental issues, it is they lie too. Who care? I mean, as long as you see people, he can take over them and he enjoy it. Yes, he have a mental illness, but doesn't mean he is really totally crazy. You know, those who suffer from those, they call them Shafronisia, I think what they call them, like in the Latin term, which means they have two personality. So this person usually is a person who tried to do his best to be the two person in the same time. So he is the man who want to have sex with all the women, in the same time he want to be the prophet who people obey him blindly. So he take advantage of them. Doesn't mean he's a stupid, no, but still he is sick. Obviously he have a mental illness. Most of a crazy people, they can be powerful people. You know, like we know in history, many leaders who they are crazy, they burn cities just for fun. You know, just for fun, they burn their city, burn it, burn. You know, so being a crazy does not mean that you are stupid. Crazy is about doing something is not acceptable and something beyond normal behavior.
Okay, another question. Can you explain yourself why? I don't say that the Quran is the most poetic book, but it's poetic. Can you
no, it's
explain?
It's not. No, the Quran is a very stupid book, my friend. Let me show you something.
Okay, but
it's not,
I know. I mean, only the rhymes. When I listen to the recitation, it's good. The rhymes are good. You know what I mean?
No, it's not. It's not. You see, go right now. Muhammad, the Muslims, they try to recite the Quran the same as the Syriac, Aramaic people that recite the Bible. You can go right now.
Yes.
Go to Google. Go to YouTube. Search for Syriac Bible, and you will see that Muhammad Quran is nothing but a copy of how the Syriac. I can sing for you anything. I can sing for you commercial. And that will make it Quran. Actually, let me see. I will find you something. Give me a second. All right, let us see here. All right, I want you to hear this Quran and tell me what you think about it.
Okay.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام حاء يا ألف هاء قناة الحوار المستقيم زكريا الحكيم بحوار صادق في الصميم يطعن العمم والعمائم والعميم زكريا الحكيم بحوار صادق في الصميم يطعن العمم والعمائم والعميم.
Okay, I know what you mean, yeah.
يسحق الشيطان اللئيم يسحق الشيطان اللئيم والقرآن الرجيم بقوة رب المجد المخلص العظيم وضع الكمامة تحت العمامة في أفواه الشيوخ بالسيرة والسنة والناسخ والمنسوخ.
Okay, I will stop here. What do you think about this Quran?
I get more fear than love in my heart.
What do you think?
I think it's not listen beautiful, but also it's not beautiful to listen. But my question is,
But this is Quran, right?
yeah, of course.
Yeah, but,
so
hold
it's
on.
not-
No, you said yes, right? What if I tell you this is not Quran?
Oh, okay.
This is us, Arab Christian. We made Quran the same as the Quran of Muhammad, and Muhammad can't make Quran like us. The Muslims, I play this to all the Muslims, all of them, they say amazing, beautiful. As you said, like you said to me, you said this is Quran, you thought this is Quran, right? All of them, they say to me, wow, amazing, blah, blah, blah. And then I said to them, this Quran saying that Muhammad is from the devil and Jesus is God. This is what the Quran saying.
But it's not Bible. It's
no, this is just we made it. You know, it's just we made it. It's just for fun, you know. But when the Muslims they hear it, because Muslims are the same as the cobra. You know the cobra. The cobra.
Yeah.
You put a stick in the front of it. It moves with the stick. They are not even. They don't even have a music. There's no music there. You know. The Muslims just recite anything for them, make it sound like Quran. They think it's amazing. That's it. You know. So Quran is.
I don't would say that it's amazing, but okay, that's a proof that the task in the Quran, make a verse, make a surah, it's possible, right?
My friend, not only possible, even the Quran says that Shaitan, he made satanic verses, and Allah he took it off.
Yeah,
you
I
know.
have seen it.
So if how Shaitan he put satanic verses in the mouth of Muhammad, and Muhammad himself he could not notice. Same time.
But explain me why the. Okay, that's the point where I say to me, okay, the scholars are lying again, because in Ibn Kathir they in the English translation they don't get the passage.
Yeah, why in English translation they took it off totally? Because this story is embarrassing.
Yes, of course.
There's a guy from Germany. His name is Ramazan. He made a video.
Yeah, I have seen
online.
it.
I made a video. Did you watch it? Go and see all the from the same book. He decided to show me. He said that I did lie about Muhammad killing an innocent man because of jealousy. From the same book he showed me, I showed him the reference says that this is Sahih Hadith. This is Sahih story. I mean, look how stupid they are. Ibn Kathir. You see, there's an imam from Al-Azhar University. I have a debate with him just I think 2 months ago. When I asked him what is, let us read tafsir. He said tafsir is made to solve a problem. What is the problem? To solve the problem, to defend Islam. The tafsir is not meant to explain Islam, but to defend. And this is what Ibn Kathir is doing. You know, as simple as that.
When and okay. I make a silly argument, but you know that I just want to get clear in my heart. Okay, maybe Allah is true and Allah is the bad God. Okay,
is what?
You know what I mean? I make a silly argument. Yes. Okay. Because I want to get to another point, which is important for me, so that I get clear in my heart. Okay. That Islam is wrong. Okay. Then I can ask myself, maybe Allah is really strong and not so nice. You know what I mean? But that doesn't matter whether he exists or not. But then I want to prove from Islam that it fits with modern science, and I want to know where Muhammad get his sources, whether it is from the Zoroastrian religion, you know what I mean? Or
do you see the screen?
Where did he copy it? You know what I mean? When he is a liar and he copied everything and it's not from God, then I want to know where did he copy it?
Let me show you. Muhammad copy from everything around him, but I will give you an example. Do you see the screen in front of you?
Yes.
Umar, he said, this is Umar al-Khattab, the guy who was his neighbor of Muhammad. He said, my Lord agreed with me in 3 things.
Yeah, I know it.
Okay, he agreed with him with what? Whatever Umar he says, it became Quran. And look what he says. Not only he agreed with him, Umar he says
my Lord agreed with me.
So the verses came the same as I had said. How you say to me nobody make Quran, nobody can make Quran like the Quran of Allah, and then Muhammad copy what Umar said and he make it Quran, and the Quran came
Yeah.
exactly as I said. This is obviously it's a scam. So Muhammad, he take from people around him. Christians, they say Mary is virgin. He said Mary is virgin. The Jews, they say this, etc. The Jews, you know, Muhammad, as an example, once a Jewish woman, she came to his wife and she said to her, I seek refuge in front of her from the punishment of the grave.
Yeah.
She said to her, you're a liar. There's nothing, not such a thing. This is funny. What punishment of the grave? Well, we will be dead, you know. How we can, you know. So Muhammad, he heard them. He asked Aisha, he said to her, what's going on? She said to him, this Jewish woman, she told me that there's a punishment in the grave, and I told her you are a liar. Muhammad, he said, yeah, there's a punishment in the grave. And Aisha, then she said, since I said that to him, the Prophet never, after that, read with me carefully, after that, I never saw Allah apostle but seeking refuge with Allah from the punishment in the grave in every prayer he prayed. Look at this.
Okay. Yeah,
Muhammad,
I have seen it, but I didn't understand it. Okay,
let me explain.
who said
The
in
Jewish
grave
woman,
is-
a Jewish woman, she came to Aisha, a Jewish woman,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
a Jewish woman came
yeah.
and she said, she mentioned the punishment of the grave. Aisha,
The
she didn't-
punishment of the grave. Ah, okay, okay.
punishment,
That's good,
punishment, yeah.
Yeah.
So Muhammad, Aisha obviously never heard this before, but then after this story, she said Muhammad, after that he never pray, but he say I seek refuge. Why Muhammad all this time before he never said I seek refuge from Allah from punishment of grave? You know what I mean?
Okay.
Obviously now he learned from the Jews, so he added to his religion. If this is very important to the point.
But the Muslims then tell you, no problem, everything is from Allah.
They cannot
and
answer.
you-
Here we go. You will see after you hang up. You will see Muslims. They will call me and they have no answer. Let us see what they can do. Watch and watch and laugh. What they can say. This is a big problem. What they mean that there's no problem? How Muhammad never mentioned this prayer before until this Jewish woman she mentioned it. Obviously he's a false prophet. He received a teaching that he should pray to Allah about the punishment of the grave from the Jew or from Allah. Why Allah did not tell him before this Jew women come? And the proof that he never heard it before, Aisha, she was surprised about it. And then Aisha, she noticed after she mentioned that to him about the Jews, she said that, and Muhammad, he accepted that and he liked the idea. Since then, Muhammad, he never prayed, not even once, without saying the prayer seeking refuge from the punishment of the grave.
Okay. But do we have other references?
Everything you can go to the Quran, you know, as an example, you can read the Quran chapter 18. Chapter 18 is a collection of stupid stories taken from here and there, some from the Jews, some from the Christians, some from the legion of the Jews, you know.
Okay. Let me summarize it, and you tell me whether I'm right or wrong. Okay, there is one story of Zakir Naik, no?
Of what?
Zulkarnain.
Okay. Right.
He is Alexander the Great.
The Muslim, they say he is not Alexander the Great, but if you go and see the interpretation, it says clearly that he is the one who built Alexandria. So who is he?
Well, again.
The Muslim, they try to deny, many of them, that this is not Alexander the Great. However, if you read the interpretation, you will see that it says clearly that it is the man who built the city of Alexandria in Egypt, and everybody knows that the one who built Alexandria is Alexander the Great. This is why it's called Alexandria.
But there's another proof or not. There's from Cambridge stories of Alexander the Great, published in 1800, and then they summarized the stories about Alexander the Great. And there you have that Alexander is walking from west to east, and that he want to get to the place where the sunrise.
This is not in the 18th century, my friend. There's a story.
No. It's a summarize.
Okay. There's a story written more than 400 years. More than 400 years.
4th century. I know.
Yeah. There's a story written.
But is that is the proof or not that we can say that is not that is a historical source?
Everything, I mean, we can use all the proofs, but here you notice how silly the story is. There's a Syrian writer, he wrote this story, you know, like some they say 200 years after Christ. So it's written at least maybe 400 years before Muhammad. And he called the guy the man with the two horns. This is why the Quran is saying that he is the man. What is the name of this guy? Have you ever heard of a guy, his name is the man with the two horns? Who is he? I mean, what, he's a cow? Why you call him the man with the two horns? So Muhammad is copying the name, and if you go and read the interpretation for why he was called Zulqarnain, you will not believe how stupid the answer. It says, if I show you now Ibn Kathir, which the Muslims they like very much, it says that when Zulqarnain he went to his people and he invited them to Islam, they did hit him in his head with the hammer, and this is how he have his first horn, and he died. And then Allah he resurrected him again, and Allah he made him alive, and then he came back to invite them again to Islam, and then his people they hit him again in his head, and this is how he got the second horn. You know, so it's a fairy tale stories, and even the Arab at that time of Muhammad, they said to him many times, those are nothing but fairy tale stories, and we heard them before you. You know.
Okay, he never he couldn't read. No, he just heard,
this is not true. I believe Muhammad he knew how to write, how to read. But this is again the Muslims, the Muslim you know, stupidity, because the Quran say clearly that what the word illiterate mean. The Quran says illiterate is those who do not know the word of God, not those who do not know how to write, how to read. You know what I mean?
So it's not amazing that he get one rhyme, so that he can rhyme.
You see, the first verse Muhammad you receive, it says read, and then it says read in the name of your Lord, the one who taught by the pen. How Allah he says to him read if he do not know how to read? That would be stupid actually.
Yeah, they say that
because
it's a miracle.
because if I say to you read, either I do not know that you do not know read, or I am trying to make a miracle. It's like saying to a guy who is a blind, see, and he said to me, how I can see? I am blind, man. And then I said to him, see again, and instead he cannot see. So either I am stupid, I did not notice that he's a blind man, or I am a God who is making a miracle, like Jesus said to the one who cannot walk. The man he walked, he carried his bed and he walked. He did not say, well, like how I can walk. He just walked. So Allah he said to Muhammad 3 times, read for what? What the purpose?
Okay. So you think that he whether he heard the story or he has
it doesn't matter really. It doesn't matter. I can learn the story from hearing it, and hearing stories was a very normal way to carry on stories from place to place.
In the Sirah it stands that he should to the pagan. The pagan went to a Jew, and he told him, ask him 3 questions about the soul, about the about a calf, and about the Zulqarnain. Is it true?
That the hadith, yes, but this hadith exposed Muhammad, because look what he said. If we go there, it says the following: the Jew is supposedly, he said to him, I will ask you 3 questions. Nobody knows the answer for them except a prophet of God.
You know, and he had no real.
But how you say to him? How you say to him? Nobody knows the answer for them except prophet of God, but yet he know the answer. That means he's a prophet himself. You know what I mean? If I say to you, I will ask you a question. Nobody have the answer for it except a prophet of God. And then I agree with you that this is the correct question. That's me. I'm a prophet too.
So do you think that the story is fabricated?
This is a stupid story. Not only that, the guy he asked him, what made the baby look like the parents? Muhammad he said, if the father have intercourse, have an orgasm first, the baby will be look like the father. If the women have, this is stupid. This is proof that Muhammad is a false prophet again. And not only that, Muhammad he said when he answered, he said, Jibreel just now told me. Read really carefully. After the guy he asked him the question, Muhammad he said, first, so he came to him and he said to him, the prophet, etc. the questions, and then he said, the prophet said, just now Jibreel has informed me about that. So the questions you asked me. So now the Muslim, they cannot say Muhammad is just a human being, he made a mistake. When he spoke about a man have orgasm first, the baby will be a boy. Obviously Muhammad claimed that this is what his God told him.
Yes.
So Who in the world want to believe in such a garbage that if you have orgasm first, the baby will be a boy? If you have orgasm, the woman have orgasm first, will baby be a girl?
Yeah, it's garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Sahih, no?
Yeah, this is Sahih Bukhari.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's obvious. Yeah.
As you
okay.
see, this is Sahih Bukhari. Muslims cannot say this is not Sahih. But anyway, soon they will say it's not Sahih. Just wait, it's coming.
Okay.
Actually, during the time I debate with Muslims, many Muslims now they start saying the Quran is not Sahih too. Yeah, honestly, there's many videos of mine. You go and watch them. You know, they will see Muslims saying that this is obviously this cannot be from God. This is Quran is not Sahih. You know, so what they say that there is no way Allah will say that. There's somebody put it there. You see, so now the game it changed to different level. The denial go to different level. So in the beginning it was only the hadith is corruption. There's corruption, but now they say even the Quran is not Sahih.
Okay. Okay.
In 5 years from now, they will say to us, even Allah is not Sahih.
You must understand that we Muslims, we really fear Allah's. When we finish the call, I have the truth for my eyes, but then I get doubt again. You know what I mean? Because 25 years I go ahead fear for Allah. You know what I mean?
My friend, it's time for you to say I am out. Come on, you are a man, you are smart, you are intelligent, you do not need this garbage, and you just said clearly that this cannot be from God. So say it.
Yes.
Say I am out of Islam, my friend.
It cannot be from. It obviously cannot be from God.
Thank you very
And
much.
if
Islam is not from God. Thank you.
And if it would be from God, it would be not a very
Stupid God.
intelligent God.
Stupid
Yes.
God. Yeah. Well, I am happy for you that you decide to leave Islam and you are out of it. But now I have a duty
Yeah.
as a Christian. You know, I am a Christian, right? My name is the Christian Prince.
Yeah, I know.
So I have a duty to invite you to believe in my Lord and my Savior, the Messiah, the Christ. What do you
Okay,
say?
then give me two questions. First, I tell you why I cannot believe that Islam is right. Yeah, two things. First, because it doesn't fit to modern science. Okay, but when it's the word of God, which is on it in the heaven, when the Quran is in the heaven, and it says that the earth is flat, and Allah is the Lord from the east and west, which seems that they thought that that the earth is flat, yeah, east and west, and when there says that wajada in a muddy spring, you know what I mean?
My friend,
and they
I don't want you to make this is your reason only. You just see that Muhammad, he just said Jibril told me, and obviously this is a lie. There's no way Jibril told him that if the man have orgasm first.
Okay,
but we do not want to believe.
It's enough.
We don't want to believe in God or not just because of science, but because of lies. You see, because sometimes science can't explain God. You know what I mean? So, but obviously Muhammad, he is a liar because he is claiming that Jibril told him that. It's not a mistake of his own, right? So as long as Jibril told me that, and Jibril, he is speaking for God, and God told me that if you have orgasm first, the baby will be a boy. That means Muhammad and Jibril and Allah is a fiction story altogether. So this is why we reject them. That's because it's not just science. But now in the same time, you know, you decide to leave Islam. What do you think about Christ as the Messiah?
I have no idea about it.
Okay.
The only knowledge which I had is Jesus is not God. I don't want to hurt you. That's what I learned.
No, I
25
understand.
years.
Don't worry.
You know
I'm
what
not
I
a
mean?
Muslim. Don't worry.
Trinity make no sense.
Okay.
That what I learned 25 years, and Jesus was a Muslim.
Okay.
That's what I learned 25 years. Okay.
I will make the Trinity. Maybe for some people the Trinity is confusing. I will try to explain it for you, and I will give you time.
Okay.
You say, you know, feel free to call me anytime you wish. You see, the Christ our Lord, he always teach us, and he speak by parables. You know what parables, right?
No, again.
Like
what?
you know, you speak a story to teach us something else from the story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the Lord always he use examples by teaching us, telling us stories. Example. So I will try to do the same. For sure, I am not equal to be wise as the same as the Lord, and no way to be close. But let us say we have the sun in the sky. You see my screen?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
The sun in the sky generate light and heat. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now the light of the sky will come to us down in the earth.
Yeah.
If the sun does not have light, we will
Yeah.
not recognize the sun, correct?
Yes.
Because we recognize only by the vision, not by touching it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And if the sun does not have heat, we will not
Yeah.
even understand what heat mean,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Because heat is something we cannot see. We
Yes.
cannot,
We have to feel it. Yes.
we feel it. Now this is exactly what the Trinity is about. Our Lord,
Okay.
our Lord the Father, our
Uh,
God, He is in heaven.
Yeah.
We cannot see Him. He's invisible. But His
Yeah.
light is the Messiah who came to us, who is an invisible image of God.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
when we believe in the Messiah, we have the heat, which is the Holy Spirit. So
Okay.
it is a
And
three,
what?
but it's one, because the Son, three person, let us say
It's
3%,
only one.
but present one God we worship. The Son is there. The Son is there as a person. You know, let's say, let's make it as a person. And then the light is exist. Yes, we see it, and it is exist, and it's a person. And then the heat, which we cannot see, but yes, it exists,
Yes.
and it is a person. So the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit not only makes sense, everything in science speak about the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. If you go study right now, you will see everything around you is based on number 3. The golden ratio, which means the golden beauty ratio, is based on 2 to 1. The water is made 2 to 1. Everything around us is based on 3. So God, He don't leave Himself without signature. You know, human being, he need certain things to live with, otherwise he cannot survive. And you will see that those are the 3 major things. If the sun disappear, we die. Correct?
Yes.
The earth will freeze. If the heat of the sun goes too, because even if we have heat but we don't have light, we die.
Yeah.
Correct? Because heat alone will not be enough to make grass survive. Still we need the light. So you know, everything around us based on number 3, and this is the signature of God. God don't leave Himself without witnesses. Everything around us, witness to Jesus, witness to Christ that He is the one to worship. Same time, it's not just an idea of having 3, which is 1.
Yes.
Let us say there's somebody believes that he have a 1,000 God. In India they have I think 400 religion. I don't know how many, but let us say assume somebody he believed that he have 1,000 God, and later we discover that they are 1,000 God. That will not change anything. As long as they are there, they are there. You know what I mean? The number
Not quite. Yeah.
The number will not make a difference if, as long as the question is, are they real or fake?
Okay.
Let us say the Muslims now, they believe in one God, correct? One, His name is Allah. Okay, this Allah, He is one, but yet He is fake. So what the benefit? What the benefit?
Yeah, I understand what
you know what I mean?
Yes, of course. I understand what you mean, but what? Okay. So my question is, for a month, for 2 weeks, I told myself whether Islam or nothing. Okay, then biology, evolution. Okay, I live only 40 years and then I die and then it's nothing. Okay, I have to accept it. It's hard, but I have to accept it. Okay, but then I have seen that Islam cannot be true now. Okay, science, and I have proven to me that Muhammad stolen stories. Okay, but what are the proofs for us people in the in year 2018 that Jesus is Lord, that the Bible is the word of God? Where are the proofs for that? You know what I mean?
I understand your logic, my friend. For me, I am a person who live my life and experience and I witness that the Lord is a true Lord, and I can you know, I can share with you tons and tons of stories, but at the end of the day, believing in God is a belief, is not something you can hold. The same as if I tell you, let us say if I met you 300 years ago and I say to you there is something can move in the air but we don't see, it's called radio waves, you will not believe me, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, but this is science, right? It's science. But even though it's science, you don't believe it because you did not experience it, right?
Yes.
So science sometimes can be denied, even though it's true. Okay, so if we believe in science and science is our guidance, here we go. I bring you science, you refuse. You know, I remember once a priest, he contacted me and he said there's an atheist guy, he's a doctor, he come to our church every time we have a service. He make fun of of, you know, imagine how rude he is. He's coming to the church, and those people are very nice people, Christian, not like Muslims, aggressive. They will kick him out. So after they finish the service, they sit together, drink tea and coffee, etc. And this guy always, he make fun of them. He says whatever he's saying. So he told me, can you come? I'm sure you can get him busted in your own way. I don't know even who is the person. I never heard him before. So I said, okay, I'm going to come and we will see what we can do. I went there and he told me that is the guy there. So I was sitting there waiting for him to say something. Then he said, the guy, well, you know, one of the people there, he said, the glory to the Lord, you know, he do miracles every day. And he said right away, he jumped, he said, you want to convince me that your God, he do miracles? And he put, like, you know, like as an example, he put some sand on the eye of somebody and he made him see, huh? So I said to him, excuse me. He said yes. He said, what do you do for a living? He said, I am an eye doctor. I said, that's wonderful. Aren't you an eye doctor? Put sand in the front of people to make them see better? He said, what? He said, don't you prescribe to people who come to your clinic sand to put them in the front of their eyes? He said, oh, you mean the glasses? I said, yeah. He said, yeah. He said, so if I say to you 1,000 years ago, before people they have glasses, I will put sand in the front of you and you will see better, you will laugh at me, don't you? He said, huh? I said, you are the one making fun of us for accepting sand on the eye of somebody, making him see, but you are the one who do it every day.
Glasses are...
The glass is made from sand, my friend. It's made from sand. It's a sand.
Ah, okay. I didn't know it. Okay.
Yeah, glass is a sand. Glass is nothing but a sand. You know. So this is how naive they are. They don't use their brain. So here we go. You do it every day. This is your profession. You make living from it. You put sand in the front of the eyes of people so they can see better. And you are saying to me how that can be? So what happened, my friend? We claim that we are people who see, but sometimes we are blind. And we have to be deep to understand the Lord and the Lord, the Messiah. Read the Bible and you will see how amazing he is. It's not about science and miracles only, because there's nothing science can explain. How Jesus can make a blind see by putting some mud in his eyes? That's impossible, right? But if you use...
Please understand me. Okay, I can read the Bible and then I can tell to me Jesus is more... I didn't read it, so... Sorry that I'm not so fascinated,
my friend,
like
no
you.
problem.
Please. I know you you want to. Please let me first get my point, please. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I read it and then I think, boy, what a wonderful book. But what are the evidence? Not that when you say no science, that is not the strategy of the Lord. Then tell me, what is the strategy?
I will give you a very simple proof.
So I can get.
I will give you simple proof. Now, there's many people, they witness real miracles in their life. Real miracles. You can go and see, check tons of miracles, but there is something very unique. You will see somebody, he was a criminal all his life. He accepted Christ. He became a wonderful person. From a violent person to a very peaceful. The opposite in Islam. You will see a person, he never killed anyone. He converted to Islam, second day, he want to kill his family. He want to do jihad. So God, who changed me from being evil to be good, he just proved it to me that he is the good God. Otherwise, how I, a person who aggressive when I kill, me myself, actually, I used to go and jump into any fight. If I see two people fight in the street, I jump in it, even if it's not my fight. I used to be like that. So if I see like I remember once I saw a guy, he's fighting with like he's alone and there are many around him. I jump with him in the fight just to defend him, because I believe this is not right, but this is not even good to do violence anyway. But I jump in the fight because I cannot stand to see somebody is fighting many alone. So I jump. After we finished the fight, the guy, he said to me, "Do I know you?" I said, "No." You don't know even. He was wondering, like, who is this guy who jumped with me in the fight? You know. So I was a person who jump into fight, even I do not need to and don't have to, and I should not do. But since I became more and more close to the Lord, I avoid violence and I stay away from it, and I believe it's wrong. So the
I
Lord who
understand.
can change me for better, that is a
Okay.
true Lord. Islam, he changed you for what? He make you want to do jihad, kidnap women from the neighbors. Muhammad, he says, go and attack the neighbors to get the blonde girls. So God always, he don't leave himself without witnesses, and he will prove himself to you. But you just need to ask him to give him a chance to prove himself to you. Otherwise, if you don't,
Okay.
if you block it in front, like it's like somebody sitting in a basement and he don't want to open the window to see the sun, and he wonder, where is the sun? If the sun is powerful, why the sun does not show herself to me? But the sun is there. Open the window, you know.
Yeah, I understand. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I need time for that. You know what I mean?
No problem, my friend.
I'm leaving one.
It was a pleasure to talk to you. I'm going to
Yeah,
give
for
time
me
for
too.
more
For
people
me
to
too.
call, but I'm happy
Yeah.
that you decide to leave Islam at least. And now
Yeah,
you
but please.
feel free to read the Bible.
Yeah, okay, but please, 3 things.
All right.
2 things.
All right.
Okay, I will buy your book, Miracles of Islam, so that I can see how it's not true. The miracles, and the second one was historical. Do you know any source that I can read in which language? Doesn't matter, where I can get example, which story
Source about what?
about where Muhammad has stolen each story or the lot of stories. You know
Well,
what I mean?
I'm working on a book actually. It's called The Roots of the Quran. I will try to finish it when I can. But in my book,
okay.
in my books, the books you will have, if you buy them, you will see a lot of source. I spoke about where they are coming from.
Okay. Well, that is a proof for me that he has stolen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, obviously it's a story. I mean, the seven sleeper, you can search it right now. The seven sleeper in chapter 18. Search it right now, and you will see this is a story written long before Islam and have nothing to do with Muhammad. And it was a fiction story written by a Christian bishop to make the Christian believe in God, but it's a fiction story. He did not lie, say this is God told me. You know, he made a fiction story about a bunch of guys who they are discriminated, they hide in the cave, and then the angel he opened his arms, and then Muhammad, because he's an idiot, he could not understand the difference between the word kali'ahum in the Aramaic and the word kelbahum. So the word angel became a dog.
Is it hot dog?
Yeah, but
So
all of us
he
we
had a
knew,
dog, no?
all of us we knew that the dog in Islam is najis, right? It's dirty. So how suddenly the dog became a guardian? Because simply he stole the story from the Christians, and the Christians, they are not talking about the dog, they are talking about a kali'ahum, which is an angel who provide them.
Yeah, okay. That's enough proof. Okay, enough proof. Okay, then I have to read your books. Okay, and the last one is, what is the miracle of mathematics?
That's a joke. I have many videos, you can watch them and you can laugh. Just search for them. Anyway, it's a big fat lie. All right. Okay. Thank you, my friend, for calling. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I think I'm ready.
All right. Sorry. I have. Oops. I had to hang up on you because some Muslims are trying to call, and we want the Muslims to call us.